My name is Kris Diggs, also go by KD. I'm from the Washington, D.C. area. Kind of grew up between D.C. and Maryland. And the type of artist that I am, it's hard to explain. I don't consider myself specializing in one particular art form. Of course, I'm a canvas painter, but I also do body painting. I do some graphic work, some painting, some like clothing work. But I just like I enjoy the art of creation. I've been creating since I was a kid. I've always used to draw. When I was in middle school, I used to make T-shirts and sell them in middle school to my friends. Back when like the WB store was big, like Looney Tunes. So I used to go to the fabric store and get the little tube fabric paint and draw like a cartoon character with like regular clothes on. Like most time it was like Looney Tune characters, and literally like fill it in with the tube of fabric paint. So it was like paint this thick on a T-shirt. And my art teacher asked me my senior year, she was like, you ever think about going to school for art? And at the time, I was like, no, at that age, it's like, I didn't want to be a broke artist. I wanted to go to school for business. I wanted to make money. I went to school for marketing. And so I didn't pick up painting on canvas until I turned about 26. And the only reason I got into painting was because I really wanted to get into tattooing. And then I ended up taking a night class at UDC, like an intro painting class to kind of teach me the fundamentals. And after I took that class, I pretty much fell in love with painting. I ended up not getting into tattooing because of just I didn't have the time to do a full tattoo apprenticeship and still work, because I still had bills and a life to upkeep. So, but I got into painting, and it literally has taken off ever since then. I never thought I'd be actually selling my work and like making money off of it, but it's funny how things turn around. The one recognizable reoccurring series I do is Hardest King series. And so just a brief summary behind it, I feel like a lot of times heart is kind of considered a weak, soft, vulnerable emotion. But I feel like it's probably the exact opposite, because if your heart isn't into it, then it's not something you're truly passionate about. Your all isn't going into it. I feel like heart is the difference between good and great. It's going above and beyond for something that you truly love. And so that's why I focus in on a lot of times and work with the Heart and Crown, which is the Hardest King series. And so one particular one I've done, a friend of mine, he's an author, Rob Hill Sr. So I use his quotes on a lot of different pieces when I do incorporate quotes into my work, and I try to just pull from some of his quotes that are, kind of uplifting, kind of knowing yourself, sharing love, spreading positive vibes to everybody. And so I have that particular series, and then I also do some where I incorporate positive affirmations within the heart. And then it may be just in a texturized background, and then I may include different words of sayings in the heart, depending. I've done mental health ones. I did one like right here for Kobe, and it just kind of like the Mamba mentality. And it's just different words and sayings and affirmations in there just to kind of incorporate the particular theme for that Hardest King piece. But this is probably one particular series that, I feel like is originally all mine, and, something that I do. It's one of the few things that I continually do over, and it's almost ever evolving. I'm always trying to figure out different ways to spread that. A lot of my art has been, especially during the pandemic, ironically enough, I've been more successful in 2020 than I have any other year. So, survival is adaptation. So regardless of what's going on, you got to figure out a way to make it work. So a lot of my paintings have been, I've done some pieces that have been related to the pandemic. I've had to, adjust my business because I also host sip and paints a lot. And so I've had to adjust from having to do in-person events to providing, paint packages that that people can buy where they can have the paint party for themselves, and doing a lot of commission-based work as opposed to doing the art shows. And so, and then it's just also marketing yourself. So just getting my artwork out there, without the shows where people can kind of see it in person and get a feel for you, you've had to adjust to learn how to, be more online focused and web-based to try to drive and work and just, try to survive, while we're out here. So Artbae has been a great experience. I actually met the owner, Carrie, before Artbae had started at an art show. And so the DC area, the Black art community is kind of, I feel like it's kind of close-knit, especially once you start doing a lot of like the pop-up shows. You start to see, kind of the same artists over and over again. So me and Carrie just clicked right away. I think we had a setup at, I believe it was Pancakes and Booze, and we were set up close to each other, and just seeing each other often. He was telling me he was thinking about starting an art collective, and and I was like, cool, just let me know, whenever you get it started, I'd love to be a part of it. And ever since he started it, it's been a great experience, and it's been a way he's brought together the artists in the area. He's like Artbae it's a good support system, a good source of information for the business side of art as well. So it's helped me a lot there, and it's just I've met a lot of great artists through Artbae, so it's been a good find. Traveling has definitely influenced my work because I do like to travel a lot, and each time I would travel, I would make it a point to find an art gallery or find a museum and look at that particular country's artwork and art history. Because art is so different everywhere. So, there's always new techniques you can learn, new styles you can learn. So I feel like the traveling aspect of it has really paid off just for gaining new inspiration, new motivation to try new things and try different things. And as far as the area, I feel like there was a point in time once I got started, I was thinking about possibly moving to like a bigger art scene, like maybe Miami, LA. But, I feel like the art scene in the DMV area has grown so much over, the last 5 years, where I feel like it's a legitimate art scene here. I want to thank Creative Suitland for giving me the opportunity to showcase my work and giving the opportunity to artists all over the PG County area, the Suitland area, to promote, established and unknown artists. And I just love the work that they're doing.
My name is Art Brown. I'm from Washington, D.C., Southeast, specifically Congress Park. I would like to identify myself as a visual artist. My first memory of creating would have to be around elementary school. I started to draw Venus flytraps and cars for friends, and it kind of stemmed from that point. Creativity can stem from countless amounts of things. I think you can be innovative in your art style. I think a lot of what artists bring to the table in our society is a sense of style, a story to tell, because all of us experience some type of traumatic experience or loving experience or just a highlight in life that we would like to share with other people. So this piece, it's a representation of having the power and the ability to really change a lot of people's perspectives and the world in a positive way, but not executing it with action. Being able to, express myself on canvas, just like not just putting the image, but more of the color scheme into the story I'm trying to portray is basically the key component in highlighting like my mood at that moment, because most of the times I'm, dealing with a lot of obstacles. So being able to, put that on my canvas can really create that highlighting moment as, yes, I have this memory out onto this canvas and I can just look back on it. Okay, coming from where I come from, I've seen a lot of creativity more into music and more into athleticism. It wasn't really a lot of art involved where I was from. It was more about survival. More of what I've seen in the art community is away from Southeast. And this was me coming up from 2006 all the way until the graduation of high school. It wasn't until I stepped away from Southeast and really just ventured off into other areas is when I actually found other artists who create and paint just like me. And sooner or later, around the time I graduated is when art started to become big in the Southeast Ward 8 area. So this piece is New Beginnings. At this point, I wanted to expand my experiences, share my story, and really dive deep into my career of art. A lot of what happened during the time of this painting in that year is me preparing to, expose myself in a world where I can help. I started to really, dive deep into early childhood at this moment, and I wanted to use that as a way to really express some of the energy I wish I've had. Thank you, Creative Suitland, for really giving me the opportunity to express my pursuits as an artist. for my exhibit, New Beginnings. Thank you.
Artbae, when art meets heart, the creative brand made for those who desire to explore their divinely inspired impulse to create. Our headquarters, the Creative Saints Loft, provides a hub for events and exhibits that directly support local artistic talent and aims to build awareness for activism and social change. We believe that all human beings are created to create and believe that living your best life means living your purpose through your passion. Tell us your Artbae by joining our When Art Meets Heart t-shirt campaign. H. Help us get to know you by telling us your story. E. Engage us by illustrating that gift within your t-shirt. A. Allow time for the paint to dry on the t-shirt. R. Rock your Artbae shirt, snap a pic, and scan the QR code in the back of the shirt to access our IG page. T. Tag us at Artbae Online with your pic and story for a chance to be featured. When you wear your Artbae shirt, your art sits near your heart to remind you to live your passion through your purpose. Wear it with pride and own it.
Peace, Creative Suitland family. I am Carrie Michael.
I'm Ashante.
Andrew.
And I'm Sean.
And we are Artbae, home of the first Artbae studio space. You all have welcomed us as family and have added great value to our mission of helping others put their art before anything else. From the projects we've collaborated on, the Artist Takeover Tuesdays, the parking lot murals, and the upcoming 1-year anniversary exhibit, to career placements, event space use, and the mad love you've shown us on social media. You guys have supported us tremendously, and we could not have been the 2020 Mayor's Arts Awards recipients without your support. We appreciate you, we value your creative partnership, and we look forward to continuing to make big things happen in 2021. Hey, thank you, Creative Suitland.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Thank
Creative
you.
Suitland.